Hello, my name is Ep31 and welcome back to another episode of Scandinavian Superpower in Vicky 2. And in previous episode, actually, what did we do? We started getting ourselves a sphere, so we got a, hold on. Brunswick and Holstein in our sphere right now, but that's all. We are friendly with Prussia, and we're cordial with Denmark, and now we can actually start working on, I've still put quite a few forts underway, so that's probably going to drain a lot of our treasury, but that's fine. So we're kind of trying to work on Prussia to make them, or maybe remove them from the Austrian sphere and add them to ours at some point. Although I'm not entirely sure that we'll be able to do that, because they are actually neighbors, and the Prussians kind of hate us still. And then we can try getting Mecklenburg now into our sphere, Hanover, Hamburg. Well, Brunswick is already there, right, so that's at least a few new nations that we might be able to get in there. Our name has been discredited in Mecklenburg. Oh, wow, they started already? So that, are we now hostile with them? Nah. Not directly, but yeah, the Russians are playing... Oh, Tankette. Armor attack and defense. Supply consumption does go up as well, to be fair. Then airplane organization and support go up, and attack goes up a little bit as well. So the planes aren't that great in attacking, but they do have pretty good defense value, and also has a really good recon value, so it's not bad per se. So we are still getting some progress in Mecklenburg at least. But it's probably slowed down a little bit. Now we're also going to be building a plane in Karlskrona for the army, or the Norwegian army there. Oh, right, the crisis over East Macedonia ended up in a white peace. There was Italy against 3 large nations, so I guess the Italians didn't really want to fight. I don't blame them, to be fair. Also increasing the tank factory in Vestland and steamer shipyard in Götaland for some extra cash and for extra jobs, really. Speaking of which, Svealand could use another factory. Okay, well, could always improve the explosive factory. That's only some that, well, actually the price of that isn't particularly high. Could always increase some light furniture factory, quite frankly. Sure. I mean, we produce, how much did we produce? 2.2%, so definitely not the biggest producer of furniture. No IKEA quite yet. So mutual funds has been researched, so we get more taxes. I don't want to get that. I could get the Great War experience for the extra morale and military tactics. Or I could to get the synthetic polymers for the fabric and glass production. We do produce glass in our nation, and the supply limit increasing would be quite nice as well. But now I think I'm going to go with the Great War experience first, then we can get the synthetic polymers, and then we'll complete the naval techs. And it's probably going to be more or less the last one that we take. I mean, well, maybe we take the last tech just for the heck of it. So we are getting a fair bit of influence in Hamburg, by the looks of which is quite nice. We do have some points that we can use to either improve relations with someone like Prussia, or Hamburg, or maybe even Hanover. Actually, Hanover is not a bad idea, because we're trying to get influence in there, so if we improve... Ooh! Opinion of the UK is opposed. And they are socialist. That might... Oh, and they're cordial with Austria. Slowly getting some influence there, but there's quite a competition for Hanover. But I'm trying to grab some of the smaller nations at least, because that would be quite useful to have. Because we do get a little bit of score from the, or at least we could get a little bit score from the puppets, I think. Hold on a minute, is it that the socialists don't allow this foreign investment? Or is that? Hold on a minute. State capitalism. Can build foreign factory, expand foreign factory. So it might be that places like Holstein do not allow it. That might be it. Doesn't tell exactly, but it is. It says free trade there. What does it say on our protectionism? Trade between nations is restricted. I don't know. Like, I can't actually invest on either one of these. Oh, either one of the nations in our sphere right now, which is a bit of a shame. Well, at least we're getting some points back. Oh, Russia is mobilizing. Oh, are they fighting someone? Oh, yes, they are. Greece, Montenegro, and Ethiopia. I'm guessing they are supporting the Ottomans. Yeah, well, you're fighting at least Greece and Montenegro. So Greece is fighting Russia, Moldavia, Ottomans, and Wallachia. So basically Ottomans plus Russia. Oh, wow. Well, I guess the Ottomans are going to hold on to the Balkans most likely. And plane attack goes up and support goes up even further. So if we have a look at the support level from here, so the support value is 300. So I believe that means that from like back row they do that much more damage. Which honestly isn't bad. But yeah, the Libyc army is one of the strongest. Oh, hello, Hamburg. Let's have a look at the priorities here. So Hamburg, increase opinion, proceed. I will get you to my sphere soon enough. At least I'll try. Does Hamburg actually like me? They like me alright. They don't hate me at least. And we are allied, so that does increase the influence gain, I think. At least I assume. Like, we're getting about 0.4 per day there, which honestly is not bad. And Russia is demobilizing. Well, that was a quick wobble then. I wonder if we'll be able to get the... Okay, so they are gonna discredit me again, aren't they? Up a little bit. Scandinavian, that's kind of the goal of this series anyway. Unfortunately, we only have 14 years remaining. Well, technically even less than that, because it stops at, I think, January 1st, 1936. And they banned Iron Panzers once again. God damn it. Well, at least I can increase relations with you. Oh, and no. I mean, getting Mecklenburg into our sphere would be quite nice. Which says it would give us a bit of buffer around Lübeck. So that no one else can attack it. Not directly anyway, and I believe we got pretty strong navy, all things considered, because we got a lot of battleships. Hold on, Right, so Austria is not actually fighting anyone. Interwar cavalry. Accuracy is That is going to delay the sieging over there, and yeah, it was just infantry, so that was quite easy to deal with. And then you can go back there, and then send you back to Aarhus. Just so that we'll have a bit more things in here. And Hamburg, we can add you, or not add you to the sphere quite yet, but we're going to increase the opinion to friendly now, which is quite nice. Oh wow, we are actually getting the points rather quickly there. Not that I'm complaining at all. Okay, so yeah, the Scotland separatists. Oh, firepower versus mobility. Attack and defense on infantry guards, engineers. Engineers get +1 in siege. Armor gets attack and defense, artillery gets more defense, and then the cavalry get more defense. Army's max speed increased by 1 km/h, so we have 8 km/h speed on our troops right now. Not bad, actually, not bad at all. But yeah, considering that Prussia is kind of weak right now. I mean, they are, well, they're part of the sphere. Hanover, I can't quite increase relations with you yet. We're trying to get some more points there. Great War experience completed. Excellent. So did that actually unlock any new inventions? No. Well, let's get the synthetic polymers and then we'll get the naval techs. So we can actually get all the technologies research on this run. Mostly because we start at a pretty high literature rate. Oh, medium artillery. Artillery attack and support goes up a little bit. Armored cars, so armor max speed goes up. Good. How much is the armor speed now? 9 km/h, okay, so it is picking up a little bit speed there. Infantry is still the slowest one, of course. Not that that's surprising. So we're not getting points in Denmark right now. Hamburg, on the other hand, we're getting pretty decent points there. Is there anyone in Brunswick? I don't think there is, because there's nothing... There are actually 2 factories in the state, but I'm not entirely sure if that's... Oh, right. How many factories do we have in Lübeck, I wonder? Or, Schleswig-Holstein. We got 6. Okay, so that's annoying. Wow. Svealand needs a bit more factories, I reckon. I mean, we are upgrading the furniture factory, but that's not going to be enough. I suppose we could increase the liquor distillery. That gives a lot of money. As more investments to begin with, and then Westland is already getting an upgrade. What else? Götaland has some clerks unemployed. Ah, I see. Well, we're gonna get the steamer shipyard in there eventually. Anti-aircraft artillery. Ooh. That's quite nice. A naval base in Drammen, so we are no longer above the limit. Ooh, we could actually build another heavy ship. Sure. Build fleet. Dreadnought. Drammen, 116 days. That's actually rather quick. Shipbuilding right there. So Mecklenburg is already cordial. It's getting... Oh, naval base in Stockholm. Excellent. We're going to have a massive amount of a naval limit again here. But that's going to allow us to get a fair bit of military points, which is going to be really useful. Now I do wonder, how much do we... Oddly enough, the soldiers and army still gives basically nothing in terms of points. Which is a bit odd and annoying at the same time. Naval base in Aalborg, so we've gotten pretty much all the naval bases to max level, haven't we? That one's full level. What about Lübeck? We could upgrade that one as well. Oh, and Mecklenburg. We can increase the opinion over there. And looks like, well, there's some nations that are kind of trying to put in some points there, but not very much. Denmark, I'm going to increase opinion there. If I could get the points quickly enough there, so that I could increase to friendly relations. Because UK seems to be putting a lot of points in there. Well, not right now. I shall increase relations with them again. Because that is going to speed up the influence gain quite a bit if we can get the... Well, at least it's a certain degree if we can get the relations to something like 100. With Denmark, there we go. Hanover? Are we the only one that is... No, we're not the... Well, actually, no, I think we are currently the only one that is even trying to get them into one sphere. That's fine. So we've got the 4 factories underway, we've got plenty of forts, and improved anti-aircraft artillery, okay. So artillery is getting more and more useful. In a way, so Hamburg is already friendly. Oh right, we need to get 100 to actually add them to the sphere, don't we? We do. USA is corridor, but they're not actually investing anything in there. Fascist March. Okay. All fascists gain 10 militancy, or... people become more fascist and more militant and a bit more consciousness. I'll probably take that. So, one thing that I didn't notice is that the Nazis are in power in Prussia right now, which is a bit concerning. At the same time, they are not very strong, so I don't think they'll be causing a lot of problems for the world. Not in this timeline anyway. That has actually lost a little bit of power there, interesting. But how much? So it's about 17% of the population is fascist, and there we go, we got another heavy ship here. Combine that to the fleet, so we've got 11 heavies there and 5 cruisers. Alright then. Even the... yeah, there's 9 dreadnoughts in this fleet. And 2 battleships. You know what, I'm just gonna build another ship in Drammen. Because why not? Right, then over here I will put the Dragoons out and put the planes in. And then I am gonna disband that unit so that we can build another one. If we want to, but that gives us a bit better values, I reckon. Oh, Denmark is having a bit of a rebellion there. Can I ask for military access from Denmark now? Nope. Infamy, other sphere. Alright then. Oh yeah, we do have quite a bit of infamy still. I mean, it's going down, but I don't think we'll be declaring a lot of wars anymore in this run. Secular strife. It has over the past few years become ever more obvious to this observer that the present marriage between church and state cannot long persist. In face of ever more agonizing conflicts between them, conflicts that I, for lack of better words, could refer to as incidents of domestic violence. As intermezzo in one of our states seems to have been caused by our ruling party's secular policies, the local clergy in the area has received government support for several charitable ventures. Among other things, the religious organization have been allowed to rent public buildings at prices vastly below market value. It's only charitable work. Surely there's no problem with that, right? Because we're about to add Hamburg into the sphere. There's a lot of nations trying to get extra points in Prussia. Supply limit go up. Right, so we are going to add to sphere Hamburg. And that's number 3 in our sphere. Huzzah. And Mecklenburg is already friendly, so that's probably going to be the next one. Oh. 5th Olympic Games. Yes, we shall attend. Oh, right, and we got a research that we can start. Let's do the oil-driven ships. To get even faster fleets. So Denmark actually won the battle in Copenhagen, but Bornholm, I don't think they have ships to... Well, they do have 2 transport ships, so technically they could transport some infantry in there and win that, but I don't think they will send them in there. Not anytime soon, anyway. Think goes bankrupt. Oh no. Anyway. Let's actually increase relations with Denmark once more. Are we... So we need to wait until April to start getting some points in there. I wonder how much we are going to be gaining. We were gaining like 0.2 previously. Now that we've improved relations about 100 actually. That should be fairly decent increase in all that. Actually, we can see the... Okay, Mecklenburg is 58. Holstein is at 100. Let's have a look. Is there anyone... France is cordial there. I think we're just gonna ban... or decrease opinion of France to neutral. They weren't actually putting in points there. So are we... should be able to get points now. Only getting 0.15. So that's even less now. I mean, that might be because we are also improving stuff in Holstein right now, so that's taking effect. Actually, Holstein... No, it's just... I'm going to put Denmark as a high priority right now. So how much are we gaining now? 0.2... How about we put it the highest priority? Can we outclass them? We're getting 0.3, we're getting 0.4-ish. So we might be able to get to 50 before they do. Nope, they've sped up even more. Okay. There's someone... I mean, technically we're not putting points into Brunswick right now, and Holstein is gonna not get a lot of points soon. But right now it is getting still a little bit. There we go, another heavy ship. Pull that one in here. So we get about 400 points total. Mostly, 50 from leaders, and actually, there seems to be a bit of clerks and craftsmen, and craftsmen. Okay, as well, and how long until we get the factories completed? 200 days, so we really need to set up another one as well, and because it just takes so long to build these. Let's upgrade the cement factory, I think, and ammunition. And that should be alright. For the most part, anyway. Right, so Denmark... No, they're taking a lot more points than we are, and I believe they can ban us at 50 points. Which is really annoying. But at least we can get places like, Mecklenburg... No, Mecklenburg is not in the sphere quite yet. We've got Hamburg and Holstein and, Brunswick right now. So our sphere is relatively small in all fairness. And then there's some nations that are not in any sphere. Oh, right, so all the grey stuff is not, but there's the white stuff that is under Austria. It gets a bit hard to see. Now they've got a 50, and are they going to be banning us? Do they need more than 50? Or are they going to wait for like a month or so before they ban us? Can I discredit UK? No, because it's in their sphere. Alright then. So it's going to get rather close. Can we get... at least they're spending a lot of points in Denmark. Oh, now they banned us. So they needed like 70 or something like that. Or 60. To ban us. Okay, so... let's not focus on Denmark then. Oh right, we can't even change that right now. Well, meanwhile I suppose I can improve relations with Denmark. Hamburg is at 50. Hanover is 50. Holstein is going to reach the max soon. Mecklenburg is going to reach the max soon as well. Right, how about we build more ships? Let's build 5 cruisers. Get one in Drammen, Stockholm, Karlskrona, Aalborg, and Lübeck. Just so that we can have 10 light ships in this battle fleet here. And that fleet is already quite massive in the strength. Of course, that is not going to increase our military power, and it's actually going to... well, we might be able to build one more heavy ship after all that. I mean, we do still have a couple of naval bases underway. Police state. Haha. So the rebels gain a bit less influence, which is quite nice. Another nation goes bankrupt. But at least still making a decent bit of cash, so I'm not too worried about that. Working less or less work? And while our labour conditions are generally considered to be among the most generous in the world, I still cannot see that an unproductive mentality is something to be proud of. The only reasonable step is to undo some of these reforms. The debates in Parliament have, for the past week or so, been focused almost exclusively on work hour limits. Conservatives are arguing that the time to move forward with more business-friendly policy is now. So we would be going back to the 14-hour workday. I'm gonna say I'm not entirely sure about that. Increases a bit of consciousness with that. That's probably alright. That's actually... ooh. So what is the biggest movement? In terms of safe working conditions, has the largest support. It is going to increase the factory cost a little bit, but at the same time it reduces the everyday needs for quite a bit, so I am going to implement that. We're still making a decent profit. Oh, and Mecklenburg can be added to the sphere now. Just looking at the numbers there, so no one else has really been investing in there at all. That's fine by me. But if we have a look at the sphere now, at least we got a little bit more. It kind of continues in the Denmark area there. Although it technically was continuous up to here already, now that I think of it. But hopefully we can get Hanover into the sphere as well soon. I mean, we're not that far away. So in theory we will. Okay, so we are getting... Hold on, what was that? Oh, the tank factory, right. Sverige still has 20,000 unemployed, oh wow. Well, that was Götaland that got the factory anyway. And Vestlandet, I suppose. Right, but we are actually out of time for this episode, so I'm just going to quickly increase relations with Denmark once more. And if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.